everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Dr. Debbie Javier. Today, I will be presenting to you some tips in writing your chapter 4, which is the presentation, analysis, and interpretation of data. So I hope that I will be able to share with you useful tips that will really be able to help you in writing your chapter 4. But before that, please do not forget to click the subscribe button if you are new in this channel and the notification button for you to be notified every time I have a new video. Okay, so let's start. So tips in writing chapter 4, presentation, analysis, and interpretation of data. So tip number 1, present the data according to the arrangement of the questions in your SOP. This is a common problem. Some researchers do not exactly know how are they supposed to present the data after gathering it. So please take note that the arrangement of the presentation of data will be based on the questions in your SOP. So answer first or present first question number 1, then question number 2, question number 3, 4, and so on and so forth. Next, tip number 2, do a tabular presentation. So you can present the data that you have gathered in table form. Okay, in table form. I will be showing you later a table that will be used as a guide, or that you can use as a guide in presenting your data in table form. So some researchers present it in table form, others present it through a graph or graphical presentation. They do a graphical presentation. Number 3, make sure to label the tables properly. So indicate there the table number, for example, table number 8, table number 9. Under it, you are going to indicate the title. Question: what will be the basis in writing the title of the table? You base it also from the question in your SOP. Okay? So the question should be turned into a statement form for you to be able to write the correct title or the appropriate title of your table. So this is where you are going to get the title of your table from the question in the SOP changed into a statement form. Okay? Tip number 4, analyze the table by presenting the 2 highest ratings or scores than the lowest. You don't need to repeat everything that is on the table. You only focus on the significant parts of your table, that is 2 highest ratings and then the lowest. So you only focus the analysis and interpretation of these 3. So ideally, how many paragraphs per rating should there be? So for example, the highest, you can start with the highest. You can do 3 to 4 paragraphs of analysis and interpretation. Okay? So do not simply repeat what is on the table. Only the 2 highest and then the lowest. I would like to reiterate that one. So this is a sample of the table. So table number 8, the title, Freshman Students Language Proficiency in Word Formation. So it came from the SOP question, what is the freshman student's language proficiency in word formation? So it's turned into a statement form. So we have here, of course, your statistician will help you on the table, in making your table. So we have there the score range, that is, so 0 to 5, 6 to 11, 12 to 17, 18 to 23, 24 to 30. Your statistician can help you with that. And then the frequency, so how many students got the score of 24 to 30, something like that. And then the percentage, and then the level of proficiency. In the level of proficiency, where did I get this one? Of course, you have there your Likert scale. So you have there superior, high, average, fair, and poor. These are the descriptions depending on the score of the students. Okay? So of course, you don't have to worry about making the table because your statistician will guide you and help you with this part. Okay? And then you have there the total, and then the mean, and then the standard deviation or the SD. So how will you be able to do the interpretation and analysis? As I've said, you only focus on the 2 highest. So the 2 highest here, we have 42.68 and then 40.68, and then the lowest is 1.59. So 0 to 5, there is one student who got score of 1, and then percentage is 1.59 this is poor. And then we have 25 students who got a score of 18 to 23, so 42.68 is the percentage, and level of proficiency is high. So meaning to say 25 students out of 59 are considered to be high, with high proficiency in terms of word formation. And then 24 students got a score of 12 to 17, which is 40.68%. They are considered to be average, and so on and so forth. So that's how you're supposed to do it. Two highest and then the lowest. I hope I was able to give you at least simple tips that will help you do the interpretation and analysis of your table. Next, tip number 5. In the textual analysis and interpretation, do not simply repeat what is on the table. I have already mentioned this one a while ago, because some researchers simply repeat everything that is on the table. That is a big no. Okay? Number 6. Tip number 6, use some related studies or literatures to help you in the analysis and interpretation of data. So how will you be able to do the analysis interpretation? Aside from the result of the study, you can also add the results of your interview. You can also add related studies or literatures. For example, some related studies or literatures that you have in your related literature are very much related. Like, for example, they agree with your findings or disagree with your findings. You should also be able to focus on that one. Do a discussion and interpretation or analysis with that one. Tip number 7. If you did an interview, make sure to utilize the answer of your respondents in the analysis and interpretation of data. Please take note of that. If you have interviewed some of the respondents, you can add that in your analysis and your interpretation. Okay, let's now have a recap. I'm done already with chapter 4. So recap, we have here, present the data according to the arrangement of the questions in your SOP. Do a tabular presentation. Make sure to label the tables properly in terms of table number and title. 4. Analyze the table by presenting the highest ratings or scores, then the lowest. And then, this is how you're supposed to do the table presentation. 5. In the textual analysis and interpretation, do not simply repeat what is on the table. 6. Use some related studies or literatures to help you in the analysis and interpretation of data. And the last tip, if you did an interview, make sure to utilize the answer of your respondents in the analysis and interpretation of data. So that's it. Those are some of the tips that I can share with you in writing your chapter 4, the presentation, analysis, and interpretation of data. I hope I was able to share with you something that will be very useful in working with your chapter 4. So again, this is Dr. Debbie Javier telling you to always be a blessing to others. Happy research writing! See you in my next video.